Hello, how's everyone doing? It is your fallen angel back with another video. Today, we are going over the occult, the number 7. Now for some, many people understand the 7 chakras, but for many, this is an occulted knowledge. Many people do not understand these 7 chakras fully, or it is dormant in some people. But without further ado, we shall begin. Ancient spiritual texts, along writings about Enochian magic, all emphasize the number 7. The number 7 has to do with the 7 major chakras of the soul, the powerhouses of the soul. Without these 7 chakras, one cannot live. So, the spinal cord that we understand is an elongation of the brain. Without the brain, you cannot function. Without the spine, you cannot function either. Therefore, these two are in cohesion from the coccygeal all the way to the pineal gland. Animals also have 7 major chakras along their spine. This is why there is so much emphasis on the number 7 in many ancient spiritual texts, and the false and corrupted scriptures of the so-called holy books. Because of centuries of ignorance, due to the destruction of spiritual knowledge, most people know nothing about these all-important points of the soul. The enemy has worked to seal them. Now, it is essential to recognize there's many distractions. There's a battle. There's a war going on. Not the wars you see on media, but there's a war for your soul. They want to take everyone's soul, little by little, with the microtransactions, the materialistic nature, the lust-driven world. They want to take your soul from you. They don't want you to awaken all 7 chakra points, because if you did, you would be far too powerful, because you would be content with yourself and nothing more than just yourself. When the chakras are closed, which it is closed in a large portion of society today, one uses a very, very small percentage, minute percentage of one's brain and mind power. Most people are only operating at 5% of their total capacity. This has held humanity back thousands of years. There's a movie that says that most people are only using 5% of their brain power, but maybe 10%. The strongest ability to use more percentile of your brain power is to learn meditation and to understand the 7 chakras. Once you awaken this, and you hold back any predetermined fear, you become an unstoppable force in this cosmos. But easier said than done, because many people are living in fear. Many propaganda is used to put you in fear. Media displays fear on high rates because they understand fear is a optimal setting to put you in for control. When the chakras are not fully open and functioning correctly, the serpent cannot ascend. The serpent has always been synonymous with wisdom. So yes, guys, when the serpent climbs upwards and the Oja Shakti, or what we know as the third eye, is overflowing with this energy, the third eye is awoken. 144 chakras are awoken. This is a very, very symbolic number. 144 also resembles the number 9, the completion of man. The 7 chakras correspond to visible light spectrum. The soul needs light and is made of light. So without the sun today, we will all cease to exist. The sun rises every single day. We also consider this the sun of God. Many religions, pre-ancient religions, understood the powers of the sun and how important and potent the sun was to mankind, and how it makes us rise. Similar to a flower who needs photosynthesis from the sun, the stem rises upwards. Our spinal cord is similar to this spine. Man is the microcosm, and nature around us is a macrocosm of the universe. Science and true spirituality work together and complement one another. This is the reason why religion has always attacked and worked to destroy science and scientific knowledge in every way it can. This has not only held humanity back in the area of technology, but also held us back spiritually. Now, we live in one of the most technological periods of life. We have the most material you can think of. Different brands, different cosmetics, different everything. Everything in the modern day, 2023, November 2023, the modern technology is endless. You can do practically anything that was not existing maybe 100 years, not even 200 years, not even 300 years back. The plethora of technology has increased, but the decrease in spirituality is abundant. With this increase of technology, people have become more obsessed, more intensified with material objects. They've learned to love objects and materials and use people. And it should be the other way around. Sadly, it is not, with the world that's perpetuated today. People are now learning to become more anxious. Anxiety has risen. Depression has risen. Suicide has risen, skyrocketed. Many traumas and atrocities are increasing, even though it seems we have practically everything you could imagine. Transportation, education, mass amounts of things to make you happy, self-indulgence, materialistic things, various amounts of materialistic things at the grasp of your fingers. You could easily get something so quickly, right? And this fuels the instant gratification market we have, because people want to be instantly gratified because they don't know themselves on a spiritual level. And this is the true sad part of this whole journey, because they will continuously be reincarnated until they learn the truth of spirituality, until they learn to remove these materialistic, animalistic desires of theirs, where they're operating solely on the reptilian and limbic system only. They're not understanding. They have to use their rational thought to separate themselves from this material world. You could be of the material world, but not of it. Nearly everything spiritual focuses on the raising of the serpent, the number 7, the 144,000, which are the nadis of the soul, the attainment of wisdom and knowledge. Like we explained, guys, when this kundalini serpent is rising all the way from the root, your sexual chakra, all the way to the brain, this is what we know to make you more intelligent, more intellectual, more in depth with the astral plane, more in depth with what you can't see through light apparatus. We live in a time where people only care about what they can see and what they can see on the light apparatus scale, what they can feel in the physical plane, what they can taste in the physical plane. They become super indulgent of these desires in the physical plane because they do not understand, or they cannot see or comprehend what is on the exterior, the invisible, the ether, the akasha, the quintessence. They do not understand these things because this knowledge is not only occulted, but, like we mentioned earlier in this video, it is a war for your soul, and the enemy is definitely in the lead. The tree of life, which is a map of the human soul, the trunk symbolizing the spine, with the branches symbolizing the pathways that the life force of the soul circulates, and the leaves and the fruits being food for the developed soul. All these pertain to the achievement of both physical and spiritual perfection and immortality, or what the Hindus call moksha, liberation of the soul. This is when you are no longer enjoying the physical plane, the physical desires, the animalistic desires no longer soothe your soul. You are looking for something deeper. So whether this is the practice of Hinduism, the light body, Kundalini, the light body, meditation, the light body, the Kabbalah to see the light body, whatever it may be, you can learn the light body and understand your true inner self, which is the most important part of this lifetime. It's not to just reproduce and survive and enjoy what you have around you. Sure, that is great, but it's to truly find liberation as to why you're here, as to why you see the things you see, as to see the traumas you have seen, to really rid yourself of being a worldly individual and understand you are bigger within this cosmos. You are a micro-creation of God, and you can be God itself if you recognize that the kingdom of heaven is truly within. The enemy works relentlessly to keep humanity damned through a lack of knowledge, ignorance, and neglect of the soul, and adhering to the lies that corrupted spiritual knowledge that has been force-fed to nearly everyone. Humanity is damned to death and to repeating the same mistakes over and over through eternity. With the mass amounts of media we have, the mass amounts of materials we have, it seems gluttony has come over and over. Gluttony, lust, material desires, treating people as if they are just leftovers, nothing more than just leftovers, and treating these materials like they're going to come with you when you die. What is going to truly happen when you pass? These materials will be here. These objects will be here. These German vehicles you love, these Rolexes you love, all these materials will be gone from you at some point. It shall not come with you. But what shall stay with you forever, for eternity, till dusk till dawn, from the heavens till hell to the Midgards, is your soul. Your soul is eternal. This is not going anywhere. It shall come with you onto your next reincarnation, unless you find liberation now. It shall come with you over and over, clean slate after clean slate, without a memory of what happened in the past. Clean slate after clean slate, until you find out what is your true liberation. Why you're here. Why do you see the same things you see? Why does life operate in a Fibonacci loop? The things you see, the people you interact with. Oftentimes, these are the same things you've had in past lives, until you make and come in terms with your mistakes. You cannot take the knowledge you have learned with you when you reincarnate. When one is born, one forgets everything. You must learn the kingdom of God is within us. This is the way out of all this unnecessary trauma and sadistic suffering of the world around us. This world only has pain. It is all pain, suffering of all kinds. To truly exit this suffering, you must learn liberation. You must learn meditation. You must learn that the war is not any physical war you see around you. It is a war for your soul. The soul you save is that of your own. This is the most important thing you can do. It's not about saving anyone around you. It's not about mending anything around you. It's about saving your own soul. With that being said, guys, this has been the most crucial number known to man, the number 7. Feel free to like and subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Check us out on Patreon, Rumble, Twitter, Instagram, things of that nature. This has been your fallen angel, and I am out.